good morning. This is Chelsea Herring with Magnolia Closing Company. I'm here with
Debbie Irons, Keller Williams Irons team.
and founder of Bringing Home Grace. Don't mind me, I'm going to make a mimosa today. We have lots to celebrate. We have mimosas to celebrate all of our closings here at Magnolia Closing Company, so it was only appropriate that we have mimosas for today's show.
Cheers.
And we're also celebrating our half birthday, so we've been open for 6 months today. We're super excited. We've been blessed with a lot of success, and Debbie's a personal friend of mine, and when we were talking about opening the company, we had discussed like what our vision is going to be for the company, how we want people to remember us, what's going to set us apart. And something that was really important to me was, so first of all, everybody in the company that founded the company are Orlando natives, so we wanted to make sure that we kept that those roots to the community. And we wanted to make sure that we had ties to the community. I'm a true believer that people are our biggest assets. And because of that, I wanted to be able to partner up with charities that are local. You know, not these big charities, nothing wrong with that, but I wanted to be hyper-focused on local charities. And Debbie runs one of my favorite ones.
Yes.
It involves my favorite things, Tony Robbins and kids. And so in honor of our half birthday, we wanted to be able to donate today, which we'll talk about a little later. But first, I wanted to give Debbie the floor to talk about Bringing Home Grace.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity because this charity is very near and dear to my heart. It is called Bringing Home Grace. We started it actually 2.5 years ago, and it is on behalf of my adopted daughter, and going through that process about 13 years ago.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 13 years.
Yes,
That's
about
crazy.
13 years ago, and we had a lot of assistance from the Legal Aid Society, and we went through a lot of processes which were really hard. And when I decided I wanted to tie my business to a charity and do something bigger, actually take it to the next step of not just giving to local charities, but actually starting our own and directly affecting young adults, that's when I started to ask around for the different Legal Aid Society, also people that I knew who had been through the foster care system, of what would make the biggest impact for you? What would have changed your life? And the answer kept coming of somebody to tell me I was good enough.
So let's back up, because I remember when you were doing this,
Yes.
and you came to me and you're like, yeah, I'm going to start interviewing these kids, no really kids, but you know, children that have aged out, young adults that have aged out of the foster program, and you're like, maybe they just wanted a backpack so they could bring from house to house so they had something to call their own, right? Like we were kind of brainstorming like what that would be, and we were both blown away.
Yes.
By the common answer.
Yes, it wasn't stuff whatsoever.
Right.
It wasn't going places or treats or different things. It was really a mindset of, I'm good enough, I'm accepted.
A person who cares.
Yes, and show me a different way. Show me what I could do, because they were never really given that. And the stories, and I'm getting chills, but the stories that I hear over and over are absolutely just devastating, and there's so many inspirational people out there. And I had just come from a Tony Robbins event. I knew what it did for me, so immediately I thought, think about what it could do for these young adults aging out of the foster care system. A lot of them are just go from a home to being by themselves and have no clue what to do from here.
Or their potential, what their options are.
No idea. And just, there's so much pain involved. Letting that go is just so incredibly difficult. And if you don't know how to do that, how can you really get to your greatest potential? And so that's when I thought, that's it. I know what we're going to do. We are going to provide scholarships for these young adults aging out of the foster care system, and sending them to Tony Robbins events with mentors, myself and my husband Jeff, and also we always have mentors that go along with us because we want them, yes, we want them to just see a different world, meet people like us who have been through it, just people to talk to.
What a life-changing experience. I am incredibly honored and thankful to the Grace Foundation for providing this opportunity for me. It's not only providing the opportunity for me, it's providing the opportunity for my family and generations more to come.
Probably one of the biggest personalities in the group. Chris came in and just immediately started making us laugh, for one. He was a big personality. I believe he had lost that self-confidence about who he was and where he was going to go, and slowly.
How old was he?
He was 17. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
so
younger.
He was young.
He was 17, just getting ready to turn 18. He was a senior in high school and felt like, I'm not going to graduate. This is going to be it. I don't really care about school. I don't really know what I want anymore. I'm not really good enough. I'm not worthy. And after Tony Robbins, he got right back into school. He graduated last year, and you should see him walk across that stage at graduation in full Chris form. Yes. And so he graduated. He got his dream job at Disney, where he's working right now. I don't want to paint it like it's perfect and unicorns and rainbows, because these kids are still in that world. However, the immediate impact was felt right away and was huge. And
He was all in. You can tell just by talking to Chris, like he jumped right in that Tony Robbins pool. He was in there.
did.
His potential was unlocked. You know, you could just kind of see his brain start clicking and
yes.
really start thinking about experiences differently.
Hi, I'm Shalana West with the Irons team, and I wanted to go ahead and tell you a little bit about my experience and journey with the Unleash the Power Within event with Tony Robbins. I'm so glad that I went. I recommend it to anyone that wants or is in a rut or kind of wants just some direction or some guidance or just needs some confidence within themselves. It's a great event and a great experience. I would do it again, and I have a couple people in my life that I definitely want to make sure they're able to attend to help them through their journey of life as well.
This can change into something where they continually get, whether it's counseling or mentorship, and we do that, but we can only do so much.
Right.
So you really have to build that village for these young
So
adults.
yeah, so that brings me into my next question.
Yes.
Final question, really. If people want to get involved, you know, they connect with the mission like I do. How do they do that? Maybe they're already Tony Robbins fans, you know,
Yes.
that already go to the events. They're like, hey, I'll kill two birds with one stone. What can I do? I love Tony.
Yes.
You know, how can I get involved?
Absolutely. Well, there's ways that you can donate direct. You can go onto our website, bringinghomegrace.org, or you can go to the Facebook page and you can donate there. You are donating 100% of that money goes into the scholarship. So that pays for the ticket, that pays for the hotel room, the food. It's about $1,000 per person, as long as it's local in West Palm Beach. We rent a van, we go together. I mean, it's a full experience.
But you have done some in New Jersey and outside of
We
the state.
did that once,
Yeah.
and that was a lot, and it was great because he didn't happen to be in Florida. So that's great. It's a lot more expensive,
Yeah.
so I'd rather be able
We're
to
focused
send
on
more
Florida.
people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If we need to go to New York, New Jersey, then we will do that. However, we like to stay local, and this year we're lucky it's in Miami. That's coming up in November, so we're super excited about that. There's several ways it gets funded. So again, we wanted to connect it with our business. We're blessed with a great real estate business and beautiful people who support the cause and the mission on the team. So with each closing, we give $250 towards the cause. So that's probably the biggest part of the funds that we raise. And then we also have a large poker tournament, which everybody loves. It's super fun, a great way to raise money. And then we actually have another fundraiser to be announced in the fall to make sure we have all of the funds for our November trip coming up.
Cool.
So that'll be something coming up. Last poker tournament, we raised $3,500, and really it's a 2.5-3 hour event. So it's a great way to raise quick funds.
Or you could also just make a bunch of big fancy checks to give.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I didn't really think this through. This whole like, can you see me? Can you see me? Anyway, here's your money.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is so generous. And I know that you wanted to give and you talked about giving, and clearly you've done that. And I can't thank you enough.
Yes, of course.
I hope you know, I mean, this takes almost 3 young adults through the process. So
I love it.
when you give like that, I mean, you're changing 3 lives directly.
I feel super
That's
connected
huge.
to the cause. I love it. Stay tuned. Every 6 months, we're really going to try to get back to the community. Really stay with those local roots, those local communities. Like I said, people are our biggest assets, and I don't want to lose sight of that. So that being said, cheers. Thanks for
Cheers.
watching.